But speaking of pee,
Push your
our
P.
economy has been peed on because guess what? We gave all of our money to Ukraine, so now U.S. has hit the 31.4 trillion debt limit, and it basically Congress doesn't act, they'll have to shut the government down.
I mean, with this whole thing, this money is like money isn't real. Like to me, I feel like money isn't real. It's just a digital number that you just put in the
Yeah,
system.
I don't. No one in my whole life has been able to explain to me how they're like, oh, the government is like can only go to debt so much. So I'm like, what is stopping the government from just printing more money and getting whatever needs done? And they're like, well, that would mess up the economy. But like, how would it mess it up if everyone's getting paid? Like, no one can really give me a real answer with that. So if you're an economist, put it in the comments below. And if you're on TFTC clips, I hate you because you're not watching it on the main channel in 1080p. Go to 1080p TFTC clips, viewers.
That's true, and that's what everybody says. Like, oh, we can't do that. If we keep printing up money, we're gonna bring the value of the dollar down. I'm like,
Why?
what's the point? It doesn't matter at all. Anyway, they're gonna print up money anyway.
Yeah, but they don't want it to get like in some countries, you know how like even in what is it in like China they have the yen,
Mhm.
and you know in Europe they have the euro. They don't want it to be in like I don't think in Europe, but in some other places it might be like oh it's like 5,000 yen for a piece of bread. They don't want it to get like oh it's like $500 to equal I don't know a box of cereal.
True, true.
You know because
Like in Canada,
everything's so inflated. No, Canada's not that
they
crazy.
say Canada's inflated. They say a box of cereal is like $10. A
Well,
box of
I
Cali-
think prices are inflated in Canada because it costs extra to get them shipped up there.
True.
But yeah, Canada. I think Canada's dollar is actually doing better than the American dollar at the
Does it
moment.
really matter? Do people really care?
I don't
Like,
care.
no, but like, just y'all stay giving money out to other people. Y'all not
You
giving
know,
it to us.
why don't we just cut off Ukraine and say whatever happens happens and send every American 5K?
Pretty much. You see, every time.
I heard that they could have sent all the money that they sent to the Ukraine. They could have sent like every American citizen like over the age of 18, like $1 million. Something crazy. I don't know if it's that amount, but it was something like that. And it's like you got to they're not us. They're not Americans. You got to let go and let God.
True. Exactly. And then with this
If
whole
God loves them, he'll save them. If not, then they're doomed.
ex-
It's okay to be a little evil, people. You got to embrace the evilness, embrace the dark side.
but hopefully we get out of debt. I mean, it doesn't make any sense why we're in debt. I mean, hopefully, I hope think since we're giving money to Ukraine, hopefully like this like is like a system, a barter system we're using. Like we helping out Ukraine so don't mess with our value of the dollar because you know why we doing this for, because it doesn't make any sense why we
Ukraine's
keep
never
doing
going to
it.
be able to pay us back.
But they're part of a whole group. Like, they're part of that whole group. So it's a whole bunch of
Oh,
people in
yeah,
it.
the
So
NATO,
they're part of NATO. So
United Nations.
so all the people that are part of NATO can see why we
But
spend
why do
making so
we
much
got to
money.
do everything? Like, England's closer. Why can't England send, like, troops and aid?
They don't care
They're
about
part of NATO, too.
because they gave up on
You
them.
know, England is like, we should just, we broke off from England.
Mm-hmm.
It might be time for us to go back to England and conquer it again.
Donald Trump will never.
Let's conquer England and make England, instead of New England, we'll call it New America.
Let's see here.
The cycle will be complete.
Let's see here. Just send Hunter Biden. He'll make sure that debt is
Oh,
clear.
God. He'll get all that data breached real quick. We'll be leaving laptops everywhere.
Oh man, but speaking of leaving, man,
Speaking of bums.